In a couple of years, they have built a home sweet home. With a couple of kids running in the yard of Desmond and Molly Joe. Happy ever after in the marketplace. Desmond lets the children lend a hand. Molly stays at home and does a pretty face, and in the evening she's still singing with the band. Oh, blah dee, oh, blah da, life goes on. Round, la 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 la, life goes on. Oh, blah dee, oh, blah da, life goes on. Round, la 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 la, life goes on. In a couple of years they have built a home sweet home. With a couple of kids running in the yard of Desmond and Molly Joe. Happy ever after in the marketplace. Molly lets the children lend a hand. Desmond stays at home and does a pretty place, and in the evening she's still singing with the band. Yeah, oh la dee, oh la da, life goes on. La 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 la, life goes on. Oh la dee, oh la da, life goes on. La 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 la, life goes on. Oh la dee, oh la da, life goes on. Oh, life goes on.
Right on. That was a Beatles cover by Hollow Romance, Opla Di Opla Da, and that's off the White Album. And that was a good version of it. I've never heard it done that way with the horns and everything else. So pretty cool. And they don't have this today, but Nick does the live version. We'll get that at some point.
Yeah, for sure. And then you'll get to hear the whole band play. Same concept, but it's got a nice rounded fullness to it.
Yeah, it's actually got kind of a reggae.
Yeah,
vibe
it's like
to
reggae
It's cool.
ska. You know what I mean? A little quicker, but the
Right.
horns definitely do add like a nice little dimension.
Oh yeah.
So is this like a regular part of the show, or like the live performance? Or?
It's just one of a few covers that we know. You know, so we'll throw it in if we need to, add some time to a set
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah, something that is different about playing in Hollow Romance is that they choose to do some covers that are sort of like newer covers, like Bruno Mars, for example. That's somebody that I wouldn't listen to maybe in my regular rotation.
Right.
But it's nice to like play with people who want to learn new music, because then that exposes me to new music, and then that keeps me up to date about sort of what's going on musically, which is good, because like, I just have this habit of always reaching for older things, and like they're really bringing me out of my shell in that regard. And the covers that we do are like super awesome, tasteful versions of the songs,
Right.
that sort of draw it back to kind of my older influences. So yeah, like ska and like punk and kind of stuff like that, which is, it's so much fun to do stuff like that.
Absolutely. I mean, like, I had a ska face. I mean, I still like ska, don't get me wrong, but I had like a big ska face there because it was Montreal. It was like big for a certain amount of times. Like
Nice.
a lot of Canadian ska bands. There was a lot of shows to go downtown and see. So in that time, that was probably like, I'm gonna say like grade 7, grade 8. So got into the specials and the selector, and Madness and
Nice.
all that fun stuff. But it's nice to kind of come back to that stuff once in a while, especially influences. And I agree with you reaching for old stuff, and because over the past like a couple months, I've been rediscovering certain albums. Kind of saw them and pulled them out, and some of them are really old. So we'll say like classic rock, but some of them are kind of like newer but still like old. So like just the other day, I pulled out Dark Side of the Moon because I heard it in a long, long time. So I went revisited. So I've listened to that the past few days. Before that, this is random, but Faith No More's album Angel Dust, their second album. So I don't know why the real thing was awesome, but I really enjoyed Angel Dust as well. So I revisited that, and the week before that, we visited Bleach.
Nice.
And I talked about it on the show because I had the cassette initially before I got the CD, and on the cassette, it's got Big Cheese marked as a song, but it's not on the cassette. It's just all they have is Downer. Downer's on there, but Big Cheese isn't. You have the CD and Big Cheese is on it.
That's so weird.
kind of fun random fact there, because I remember like when Tim was like, well, I don't remember hearing this song, because usually they say the title of the song in every one of their songs, right?
Yeah.
I just got the sheet music to Dark Side of the Moon, so I look forward to revisiting. Bless you. Revisiting that album and sort of fooling around with that. That's an amazing album.
It's so groundbreaking for the time it came out, and how quickly it's done. 'Cause it was done like in about a year and a couple months. I mean, it was done fairly quickly, and I just listened to it, and as well as the albums I've heard so many times. So like, I may not be able to play those songs, but I know those solos and everything else, and I can kind of whistle along with it because I know what's coming, and so. But so I'm glad to hear about Hollow Romance, because I know you guys played a few shows, and you guys played a show. What was it? A couple Wednesdays ago at Fitzray's, was it?
Yep.
And the Gator. Yeah, we played at the Grinning Gator. A couple of times.
Well,
and Scott's Corner.
That was a good show.
Yeah, that was a fun show too.
Jim Ferreira, who owns Grinning Gator, he's come through the airport quite a bit, so I know him fairly well. Like, a super nice guy too, and every once in a while I get a text from him, and like probably last year he texted me. I think he was asking for something like a cane or something for New Year's. Like, I don't know, man, but I'll see if I can find one for you. Like, it was something like that, pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
And at one point, this is because this is not slanders, I can mention the company, but the company was Musawa. They were part of Northwest, so I did that as a part-time job at the airport. And Jimmy used to fly out a lot. And there was a couple of times, and there was one time we were waiting for him. He was the last person, and he's chatting with somebody because he like a lot of us, he likes to talk a lot, right? So we're waiting. Finally made a page. We're waiting on you, Jimmy. He's like, oh crap! He comes to the counter to get him boarded. So, but yeah, I just want to mention that because, like I said, he's a super nice guy, and the Green Gator is cool. I've been there once before. Unfortunately, not when you guys were playing. Yeah. But I've been there. It's a nice place.
Yep.
So let's before we move on to your next band, because you guys are kind of like the dynamic duo here with two bands. When I was talking to Leanne, she said that you guys hadn't recorded any original stuff yet, but you're working on it.
Yeah.
We've been talking. We're trying to shop around for studios. We've also been like, Nick Ross is an MIA grad and I'm an OIART grad, and we keep having these discussions where we could just put our heads together and record it ourselves.
Right.
But I mean, everybody's got jobs and lives and things, and it's difficult to kind of work projects in that way, and that's what we're doing with Nimue right now. And it's it's been tough because of schedules and times and stuff like that, and trying to get stuff done. So I mean, that's been challenging, but Hollow Romance, we're gonna get some stuff done. I'm thinking probably in the fall we'll start to, once things kind of slow down.
Yeah, we have a bunch of shows booked still.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of shows booked still.
Well, summer is such a busy time, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, from what I've seen and from doing the show, I've kind of learned almost we'll call it some of the pattern of musical trend, meaning like all the shows are in the summer, all the festivals, everything else, right? All that's all done. Yeah. Then once September, October rolls around, that's when the recording starts again. Yeah. So that's when some more stuff picks up. You have a lot more new stuff, but so I'm kind of used to the cycle. So yeah. But it's still cool.
Yeah, that's true. I never looked at it like that, but it's true. I always knew summer was a busy season, but I never.
In general, yes, absolutely. But like I said, from what I've seen and learned over the past 3 or 4 years, almost 4 years now, that's the way music seems to run, which is fine. So I kind of know and can kind of base my shows off that, knowing that at a certain period of time I'll get a lot of submissions, but not as much as I normally get. But by this time they'll pick back up again. Yeah. Doesn't mean I can't fill the time. It just I kind of expect it, so I know how to work around it. Because whether or not I played it on the show before, it's still new. It's still coming out, right? So
for sure.
So next up, we're gonna move to your guys' other band and the side project, which is Nimue. Now this one,
not side project, just by the way.
Project, sorry.
Project.
Okay. Sorry, I apologize.
Okay. No, Nimue is basically I'm a solo singer-songwriter. I've been doing this for about 15 years. And I have an accumulation of songs that I've written, and I wanted to put some stuff and write new things with other people. Right. And Nimue is an extension of my writing personality with another group of people. So it's all original music. It's stuff that I brought to the table. We are working on musical collaborations, like Nick and John Huff have done awesome things with writing their own parts and just really being a part of the team. And we've got a performance artist that does live shows with us called Marina, and she's been in theater for many years, and she has a background in dance. So she adds like a visual aspect to our live shows, which is really exciting. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun project, and yeah, it's my main project right now. Yeah, right. For sure.
Well, I remember when I saw you guys the first time as Nimue.
Yeah.
I was really impressed because this time around, because I realized that it's kind of opposite. Like, you're someone out of your element with Hollow Romance, and you're someone out of your element with Nimue because you're playing bass. Totally. But I was really impressed when I saw the show. Even though I cut the last 2 songs, I still feel bad about it because I figured like, a few minutes won't be a problem. And then of course I was like, oh, really? The one time everybody starts on time.
I know. So,
it's
never usually happens.
I'm not normally fashionably late, but like maybe 10, 15 minutes. Like, but either way, I thought at least we caught a couple of songs. But
yeah, for sure.
I was impressed with what I saw, and because of course, Anne, you're the first one I talked to, and I was like, oh, Nick Kiltico, no, he's so good. And then I talked to you like pretty much right after I talked to her. So
nice, thanks, man.
Well, it was cool because I mean, it's different because when you're not in we'll call it your natural element, it's a little bit different. So you gotta kind of work harder, but at the same time too is like, you gotta almost kind of give off the impression that you kind of been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
Not essentially like you know what you're doing because you already kind of do, but just feeling like you've done this for a while. And when it comes off that way, so much the better. And
well, nobody really knows what they're doing, and anybody who tells me that they do is lying, I think.
Fair enough.
But Nick's percussive background is what I wanted for the bass parts for this project, and I think that he just writes the most amazing, genius bass lines for it, and it just adds this really cool, flowy, percussive, but instrumental percussive element to it that I am constantly impressed by. So it's just really cool. And like John plays with a lot of different projects around town, and he's been playing drums for quite a while. And he and I started jamming together because we wanted to put together like a solo kind of thing that we could go around and make some money here and there.
Right.
Doing my solo stuff because neither of us had jobs, so we were just bored.
The life of a musician, right? So yeah,
we were like, well, let's get together, do some stuff, and then we were like, you know what? I really like how this is going. Let's add some other elements to it. Let's add some more people to it, and that's sort of how Nimue got started. And Nick isn't in his normal role, but. He was picked for the bass part specifically because of his percussive background.
Right.
So I think it sounds pretty sweet. And we're working on an EP right now that I'm recording. And then Michael Marucci at Sonic Zen Studio is mixing it, and then we're sending it off to Rec House Mastering in Toronto. Peter Letros is mastering it for us. And yeah, it's been a slow process because Mike's been really good to me about trading. I've been doing some editing work for him, and we're sort of trading work for work in that way. And he's doing it because he's such a nice guy. He likes the project, which is great. It speaks to him. So that's great when you get to work with people that enjoy what you're doing, that believe in the project. That makes all the difference for sure.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Do you want to elaborate on all, Nick? Or are you good?
No. Pretty good.
I kind of went on
it. Yeah.
We also have another member who does like lead guitar, but it's more just like atmospheric like sounds, I guess. Actually, that's not
even true.
It's not true too. He has
some bad solos from time to time.
Oh no, huge bad solos. But when it comes to the rhythms, anyways, his name's Kyle Leisner. He's a great guitarist. Played with him in House of Cards as well. And he adds a nice element to the band too, another dimension really.
Oh yeah, he's great too, and he sings and does his singer-songwriter thing also, and then he has House of Cards. But this is a project that he enjoys because he gets to just play guitar, which is cool.